Hey guys, welcome to Kinetic Slides. This is Captain Kinetic, and today I want to share with you how to create this amazing zoom animation only in PowerPoint. So let's get started. The first thing that we need to do is to choose a color that is suited for our design. And so I'd like to go to Designs, Colors, and then pick one of the default colors in Microsoft PowerPoint, the blue-green. There you go. All right, and then I'd like to go to Unsplash, get this nice photo, copy, and then paste it right here. Crop it to the correct aspect ratio, which is 16:9, exactly the slide size. Reposition, and then resize. I think that's perfect. And then let's add a rectangular gradient fill here. Remove outline. Go to Format Shape. And then select gradient fill and then play around with the colors as well as the transparency. Now, this is the second time I did this slide, so I know the settings already. Okay, let's try 80. Yep, that's good. Now it's time for us to type in the text, top 5 destinations. Yan. And then let's change the size and also the font. I'd like to make it white so that it would strike. It's going to be clear, and then duplicate this text box and then type in the Philippines. I'd like this to be a bit smaller so that hindi siya ganun ka-emphasized. And also a different color para mas striking pa rin yung top 5 destinations compared to in the Philippines. Let's reposition them so that it would look better. Balance. Give me a sec to move this thing up. And that's it. Right, let's add a picture of this man right here enjoying the heat of the sun in the Philippines. Philippines is one of the best countries to visit, right? If you agree, let me know in the comment below. Next is let's add a fresh blank slide. And then this would be the transition slide for our first destination. Change the background fill, and then let's put a circle here. Give it an outline. Let's adjust it, increase to 2. Yep. And then I'd like to add a sun ray here. And the file that I'm going to use is an SVG file. It's scalable vector graphics so that you can increase it without decreasing the quality, at the same time change the color. Now, I'd like the rays outside the circle to be cropped. And so I'd select this two and then intersect it and then paste it. Replace the old ray with the newly created one. And let's just, I think let's increase the transparency of this ray because it's too strong. Hindi siya dapat ganun ka emphasized dahil background lang siya. Accent lang siya. Let's group them together and put them at the center and the middle of the slide. Good. And let's add 1 because this is a transition slide to destination number 1. I'd like to use Gotham as my font here. Gotham black, increase the size, and I don't want to fill, but I want an outline. So let's put an outline. 2, similar to the outline of the circle, and then let's remove the fill. Reposition natin siya para maging okay tingnan. Yan, okay na. Okay. Next, let's do the content slide for Boracay. Fresh slide, let's get rid of slide 4. And then let's put the image of Boracay, crop it to 16:9 aspect ratio. And reposition and resize to fit the entire screen. Good. Okay, let's just copy the gradient rectangle from slide 1. and then reposition it by going to shape format, align center, and middle. And that's it. All right, let's put this thing to even the number one to slide 3. Put it right there, and then let's increase the size of the circle with the sun ray. Okay. The reason why we're increasing this one is kung magta-transition siya from previous slide, it would appear like it's gonna zoom out, right? I still feel like this sun ray needs to have an increased transparency. Masyado siyang strong pa rin. How about let's try 90? Yep. And let's type in Boracay because it's our first destination, Boracay. Increase the size and change the typeface, the font. The same font. Even add a shadow. Yung 1 tsaka Boracay, dapat same sila ng font. Put them together and then bring them up. We can group them and then arrange them so that they will be aligned to the center. And that's it for the title. We can ungroup it now. And the next step is to get the blurb from Grayson Yanez article on the internet. Kopya lang tayo from this portion. Pwede na siguro yan. And then paste it here. And bring it inside the slide. Play around with the size. And even the size of the text box kasi nag-extend sa up to the end of the outside the slide. That's it. We can include a fill or we can increase muna yung paragraph spacing niya para huminga yung mga letters natin, and then even the margins para pare-pareho sila. I'm gonna use 0.2, and we can now put a fill na merong konting transparency para mag-increase yung contrast. Yun. You have to change the font color para mabasa natin siya. Do some adjustment. Cool. I think that's better. Now, nag-add ako ng ilang content dito, which is the what do you say? Attractions, right? Because there are attractions in Boracay. Right, let's put some fill to it and then change the font and center natin siya. Ayan. And the first attraction would be parasailing. I'm not sure if you guys tried this thing. If you did, is it fun? Because the first time, or I think that will be the first and the last time that I tried that. Anyway, let's just crop it para maging circle lang siya with an image inside it. And here's what you're gonna do. Place this thing on top and then select both object. Or you can also adjust the transparency para makita nyo kung ano yung tinatakpan or kung ano yung ikakrop natin mamaya. And then select both. First muna yung image and then the object. And then go to merge shapes and select intersect. Yun yung mga mangyayari, but let's choose intersect. All right, that's it. Add a bit, add label here. It's parasailing. I did not enjoy the 15 minutes airtime namin. Airtime talaga, no? Yung paglayag namin sa ere when we had our parasailing dun sa Boracay. Medyo excited siya pag lalayag ka na at kung bababa ka na. Pero pag nandun ka na, tapos maghihintay ka lang na matapos yung oras, parang boring. But you can actually see that the world is round. Round ba? Sphere. Kapag nasa taas ka. And yun yung medyo mind-blowing part doon. Adjust tayo. Ayan, palitan natin yung color dahil pangit tingnan yung black. Masyado siyang depressing. Depressing, ayan. Duplicate natin siya and then we can just simply change the picture of each image. What's the next attraction sa Boracay? It's Fire dance, which happens at night, definitely. Fire dance, yan. Nagkalat dun yung mga yung nagpa-fire dance sa Boracay. Ang saya nilang panoorin. The next attraction would be the jet ski, which is can't afford kaya we haven't tried it. Yun. Adjust natin sila. Ayan. Now, you can see that hindi pantay-pantay yung spaces between the circles, right? So, we can fix that. Before that, I'd like to add muna an outline here just to reinforce yung visual communication that this is a separate content. Okay? A separate content as opposed to the one na nasa taas, which is the blurb. Itaas natin si attraction. Copy-paste lang. Ayan, para umangat siya. Ayan. Ang group muna natin sila. Okay, and then select the 3 circles, 3 images, and then distribute them horizontally para yung space. We can group them together and select also yung outline and then center them para swak na swak yung center talaga. Ayan, center na siya. Panigurado. Ungroup, and then we can adjust now the text or the labels para gubit na siya. Sa gitna dapat siya ng image. Ayan. By the way, this tutorial is inspired by the tutorial of One Skill PowerPoint, yung YouTube account niya. He is one of the, lodis ko sa paggawa ng mga ganitong presentations. Ang husay niya. Yan. And let's add some shadow. That's it. Kilala niyo ba si One Skill, guys? If you know, let me know in the comments. Tapos pag-usapan natin siya. Ayan, next is mag-attay ng animation. Gusto ko yung animation na spinner. Yan, para mag-i-spin siya habang lumalabas. Yan. At dapat after preview siya para hindi natin kailangan ng click para mag-spin siya. Mag-spin. And for these labels, I'd like them to be flying in. And let's add some smooth effect to it. Yan, smooth, right? Now the sequence, of course, dapat mali yung sequence na, di ba? The sequence is off. So what we can do is to select the correct element and then bring them up or down. So, all right, the first picture should be the one at the topmost of the animation pane. The next one would be the text box of parasailing. And then dapat after preview siya para hindi natin kailangan mag-click. Dire-diretso siya dapat. Okay, after fire dance, it's the jet ski image. And after the jet ski image, it's the jet ski text box na dapat after previews din para isang click lang. So let's try to play it so that you can appreciate. Play. Ayun. Another thing that I'd like to add here is yung effect na dapat itong parasailing, fire dance, and jet ski, all these labels should appear from the bottom of this line. Okay, not from the bottom of the slide. And how do we do that? Just go to selection pane. And then let's just select the background, even the gradient. You can toggle the eyes off so you can be sure that you're selecting the correct object or element. Select also the rectangle 3, which is the gradient, and copy paste them. Paste them as an image. And then crop it. Ay reposition muna natin, reposition it. And then crop it so that it would be cropped at the start of the box. Dun sa baba. There you go. Pwede na bang bitawan? Yan. Okay. Cool. Now that it's on top, the very top, right? Yung clean-up nating image, tinatakpan na niya yung entrance ng parasailing, fire dance, and jet ski. Alright? So that's a trick. What else? Okay. Let's deal with the transition. Okay, before that, animation muna. Sorry, ang gulo ko. This is my first tutorial ever, guys. So, Ang daming errors. But yeah, I just wanted to impart to you my knowledge in terms of doing this presentation. If you appreciated it, like naman dyan or subscribe naman dyan, all right? Thank you. So what I just did is I added a wipe animation dun sa, I actually changed it. Naging fade siya. Tapos ginawa ko siyang first so that when we play it, ayan, first na lumabas yung outline. Okay? Now, what's missing? Let's see. Okay. Let's put this Boracay number 1 and the blurb dun sa previous slide so that it would appear as though it's animated if we do the transition later. And reposition ko lang sila para may konting movement tayo when we do the transition. The secret, guys, of this presentation is actually the transition. I was mind blown when I learned about Morph Transition. And I'm doing it now. There you go. Right? Cool. All right, so we can also change the duration of it. 1 second is good. Even this one, it should automatically start without a click. So after 0 seconds, it just start without no clicks. Without a click. That's it. So I think we can duplicate this section, or let's just put the zoom transition muna. If you go to the first slide and then go to insert, you can see that the section zoom is grayed out because we don't have section. So that we need to create section. We call this the home section. And the second and third slide as the Boracay section. All right. Now that we have our sections, let's go to slide 1 and insert section. So you can see meron na. Select section 2 and then let's use the zoom background. Okay? So you can see what happened if we choose that selection. Let's try to play it. Hit it play. All right? And then once we click it, it goes to the transition slide and then automatically to the content slide. I did not click there, guys. Okay, now it's time for us to do the rest of the sections or the destinations. Let's just copy Boracay section and then change it to Bohol. All right, since Bohol na to, palitan natin yung mga elements that are not related to Bohol. To Boracay, sorry. Let's go to slide 5 and then change the number to 2 because it's the second destination, right? And of course, this needs to be Bohol. Next one, let's copy some blurb from Guide to the Philippines article. Let's copy this and then paste it as text so that it would imitate the properties of the letters or the text that we've pasted it onto. Okay, so here's the thing. Once we change the text in here, hindi na mag-a-apply yung morph transition from the previous slide because iba yung characters na nakalagay. Like this one, hindi na siya mag-morph transition because the content of the text box is 2. That's why we need to update the previous slide, which is slide 4. Paste it, and then let's change this to Bohol and this to number 2. Attraction remains the same. Attraction remains the same. Oh, come on. All right. So what's the next thing that we need to change? It's definitely the images, right? So we can select it from the selection pane and then click from one of the corners and then change picture. From a file, let's choose Bohol. I think that's okay. Next one, select both the picture and the rectangle. Copy paste it as image and then crop it. After realigning, let's crop it. Yeah, and make sure that we clean up the old cropped image, which is this guy. Okay. All right. Let's change the attraction images. Change pick. What are the attractions? The first one that I could remember is the tarsier, which are mammals that have, big eyes, but they're so tiny actually. And they sleep during the day because they are nocturnal animals, just like owls. Change the labels to Bohol tarsier. Niskai, the whale. Oh, no, no, not the whale. That was actually me, guys. I tried doing the air bike. I'm not sure if air bike yung pangalan niya, but that was on chat. The last one, which I really like, is the man-made forest. Let's put some fill to it so that we can clearly read the text box or the text. Let me just add some transparency to it para hindi siya super solid. And then let me change the errors and reposition them so that they are aligned properly. One thing that I did not do on slide 3 is that I did not center the text, but I did it here right now. Okay, time for us to do the third destination, which is Palawan. Palawan. I've never been to El Nido. Gusto ko sana kasi may ang daming nag-sale, di ba? Kaso, yeah, we also need to edit the text. I-bold na yung kailangan i-bold para, i-bold yung kailangan i-bold. Mabold yung kailangan mabold para magkaroon ng emphasis. Okay. What I'm doing now is that I just pasted again the background image to create the cover. And let's change these pictures to Palawan attractions. Coron. Oops, we need to change this a bit because the image that we use is not compatible with the shape. So yeah, some adjustment. Last one is the, what's that? Scuba diving. I don't have license to do scuba diving at the same time. I have a fear, when you're underwater doing all this stuff. Sorry, I talk a lot. Shargao, make sure that these guys are centered. Copy some blurb from the internet and bold what's needed to be bolded. Change this, customize. Change the pictures. I've never been to Siargao, but I wanted to. We were supposed to actually, pero talagang like 2 years ago ba yun? Kailan ba nag-start yung pandemic? Parang tagal na. Ayun, Cove. These are pretty exciting destinations. Don't forget to change the background color, the background image. Yoo-hoo, we're done. Almost done. Next one is Cebu. Right? I'm sure you're expecting the whale sharks to be here. I've said that a while ago already. Too bad I haven't seen them in person. Bold was needed to be emphasized. Copy them to the previous slide. Change these things. Change the pictures. Let's use this picture. Cebu. Ang daming beach sa Philippines, no? Beach. Ang daming beaches sa Philippines, no? Madami ding beach sa Philippines, actually. Let's change these images to Cebu attractions. What are these? Oslo. Ito yung sinasabi ko kanina. Next is the Simala Church, which is a huge, gigantic church. Next one would be the body and falls. Never been there. Let me just check if we're complete. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are complete. And now it's time for us to add the 4 sections. Go to Insert, Zoom, Section Zoom. Select 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then hit Insert. There you go. Remove or choose Zoom background. And then reposition them so that there will be no conflict, because conflicts are usually a bad thing, right? I feel like something needed to be done here, like some sort of effect. So let's try. Glow. That works. That's it, guys. I hope you liked my first ever tutorial. Please leave a comment, like, and subscribe, and share.